this morning I've already gotten up, done my stress, just not fully awake yet. I've supposedly woken up. I've done my sun salutation, brushed my hair, brushed my teeth, gotten dressed. I'm going to go to the kitchen, make myself something to eat. Probably just some Greek yogurt and granola. And I think what I'm going to do today is I'm going to swap my breakfasts, just so it's not back-to-back croissants. So I think I will do bagels this morning. And the plan is for me to, after I've had breakfast, go out for a walk. Super important. I've taken my vitamin D and zinc, but I need to get outside and in some of the sunshine that's coming up now, and my body moving. So I'm gonna make sure to get out for a little bit, and then if I can make it back to the kitchen by 8, that should be more than enough time to just prep the spread again. I think I'll probably try and do some scrambled eggs this morning. The plan will be to just toast the bagels and have some kind of spread similar to yesterday morning. Alright, I'll probably talk to you outside. I don't know if I'll bring you with me to get breakfast. I am outside, getting some sun in, going through a little trail to get to the beach, I think. Yeah, it's quite chilly out today. I probably should have worn more layers, so I don't think this will be a very long walk anyways. I need to get back and have some coffee and use the washroom. Oh my gosh. This view. Wow. Oh my gosh, this morning is just absolutely breathtaking. It's really cold, but it looks so beautiful right now. Oh, I'm so grateful right now. Alright, I'm gonna soak this in. Maybe walk along the beach a little and head back because I don't have too much time before breakfast service, and I want to make sure that I get some of that done. Good morning. We're going to do bagels this morning because I don't want to do back-to-back croissants, so pretty simple. Yeah, I never knew about it until you invited me here. I've been reflecting as I go too. It's allowed me to kind of pivot on certain things, and I think tonight's meal includes a vegetarian option.
What's tonight's meal?
My friend Heather suggested that I do a voiceover on the parts where I am not speaking, so I'm going to give it a try and explain that right now I'm preparing for lunch, which is going to be a chickpea soup. I think I say in the video it's going to be based on a Jacques Pepin recipe, as well as a recipe that Bull taught me, where you essentially just use chickpeas and vegetables and you don't add any additional broth. So to do the vegetable base, I'm chopping some leeks and red onions, and I decided to speed it up because it's very satisfying to watch myself chop at a speed which I would never be able to do in real life. I mean, potentially, but unlikely. And once I had my base of leeks and red onions, I added some garlic to that as well. And because I'm not adding any vegetable stock, I'm also going to supplement the flavor with carrots and celeries. And the recipe that I was shown by Cole for this dish uses olive oil as a base, but as I explain later, I was really running low on olive oil at this point in the week.
I'm gonna make a vegetable soup with garbanzo, and I'm gonna use butter because I'm running low on olive oil. This is gonna be based on a Jacques Pepin recipe with some kind of like the addition of the garbanzo beans. Got onions, garlic, leeks, and then the celery and carrots. And I'm gonna leave it like rustic, which is why I tried to chop it a little bit nicer. I'm gonna have the butter go in. And the onions and garlic and leeks.
Here, what I'm doing is salting and letting the onion, leeks, and garlic begin to cook down. Salting some more, continuing to let them kind of sweat out a bit. And here is when I add in the carrots and celery and let those cook down. And here's where I tried to open a can of chickpeas and really struggled.
Estoy intentando abrir esta lata, pero this is not the easiest can opener. Yeah. No sé si hay otro can opener.
Y es el único que hay este.
Voy a fijarme.
Es que no lo agarra bien.
Sí. Eso debería haber traído uno porque se puede.
Y por el otro lado.
Yeah. Sí, creo que es el único. Ah, no. Ahí está. Espera, vamos a ver. Es mejor.
Ese parece mejor. No abre. Sí, ahora sí.
¿Abrió?
Sí, ahora me parece.
Sí.
Sí.
Bien. Ok, por suerte hay porque si no estaría acá todo el día.
Intentar abrir.
Okay, that's great.
Once I rinsed the chickpeas, I added them into the stock and added salt, a lot of salt, because there were a lot of chickpeas, and made sure to really incorporate that before going in and adding the water. And like I said earlier, this is essentially just butter, oil, vegetables, chickpeas, salt, and then I added in some bay leaves.
All right, I am actually going to head back inside very shortly. Just wanted to get a bit of a walk in and some fresh air. Gonna get back inside, start lunch service. It's just kind of like reheating up the soup. I gotta put the baguettes in the oven because they're frozen. And once that's done, I'm going to make the cookies for dessert. I'm really hoping to make it out to Ward Island to get some photos of some of the cottages. But yeah, stay tuned. I'll try and update on lunch, but we'll see how tired I am of filming myself at this point. I forgot to film all the servings. I'll just do the last one.
The only other piece that I think is important to note when I serve this soup, I did actually make like a parsley and basil garlic pesto that I blended up together and then essentially added into melted butter, which I served on top of the soup alongside a wedge of lemon. And when you have all of that together, it is really, really delicious. Um, so yeah, highly recommend that you try the melted butter topping on your soup.
Absolutely. I'm very pleased. Voy a hacer cookies, chocolate chip cookies.
Wow.
This cookie recipe was shared with me by Chloe, and it's Roma's best chocolate chip cookie recipe. And the most important aspect of this recipe is the browned butter, which I'm not sure I browned enough actually looking at this video, but I used it and it tasted really, really good.
Hey, there's some soup if you'd like any. Yes. Chickpea soup. Ooh, chocolate. Alright, I actually don't know how many comes in this. 225 grams? I'm just gonna go all right. To taste, perhaps. It's hard to mix them. Okay, come on. I'm glad that, I mean, it just turns out that we have leftovers, and I hate having leftovers go to waste, so.
I know, what are you gonna do with them? Because then you're on to the next meal, right?
Right, yeah, so, you know, it's not a perfect system, but it ends up working out because thankfully most of you guys are willing to eat my food. It works out. I've gone outside for like a few minutes every couple of hours?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh my gosh, they have white heads. These must be ducks that come from northern Canada. Very cool. I got this shot from like a low angle in between these like shrubs, kind of mirroring the Toronto skyline. And it's like nature in the foreground and then the skyline. Oh, look at this swan! I just said swan in the weirdest way.
Swan.
Swan!
Look
Look
at
at
that
them.
swan.
Look at them, they're so cute. I'm zooming in with my other camera. Wow. They're so cute. Say hi, Cole.
Hello.
He's on my phone. And behind me is the CN Tower, and I'm on my walk between lunch and dinner. And I made a delicious chickpea soup for lunch, and I'm gonna make a curry for dinner, so hopefully that gives me a bit more time to be on a walk and have a bit of outside time and get sunlight, even though there's not that much sunlight. But I promise that it's doing something to me. And I've been taking my vitamins, which Cole prepared for me. Thank you, Cole.
No problem.
And what are we talking about, Cole?
Well, we were talking about the Snake Island campsite.
Oh yeah, I'm on Snake Island. And we found out
Yes.
that there's campsites here. So maybe one day I'll be vlogging from the campsite on Snake Island. Wouldn't that be cool? I'm walking on Algonquin Island now, and the houses are just so cute, and you literally get a view of the CN Tower, but you're in these really cute, quaint little cottages. It's just really special here. I mean, look how funky this house is. And yeah, it's just like houses are just kind of like tucked away in here. They're little cottages. And I don't know, it just is such a cute vibe. There's something really special about this area. I'm just like, I haven't really spent a lot of time exploring it, but I'm really loving it so far.
Hopefully this is good. I'm gonna get started on the vegetable curry first, and once I'm done the vegetable curry, or like once that's like cooking, I'm gonna just switch to the chicken curry and start the rice like soon after I got the chicken curry going. How was the cafe?
It was cute. That's like, the main one burnt down, right? So this is just a temporary tent thing.
Oh, I didn't
And we learned the story of that too. And they're doing as best, as best they can.
Wow,
So, yeah.
it's very impressive.
So originally I had planned to do two separate curries, but around this point I realized that I would only really have time to make one, and it was easier to just make the vegan curry and then separate a bowl for the vegetarians and then make some chicken separately. So here I'm adding a bunch of different spices, turmeric, cumin, curry, garam masala. I used cumin seeds sauteed at the start, and then the onion. Here I'm adding some strained tomato paste, and I then follow that with some garlic and ginger to really add to the base of the curry that I was making before adding in the potatoes and red kidney beans, which kind of form the main base of the curry. And then you just want to add enough water to be able to cover your potatoes.
Bring it to a boil, and then I'm gonna marinate the chicken. We just cut all this chicken, and now I'm going to season the chicken. And I've decided I'm gonna do it in the other turn, but I will add it after I saute it separately. Do some of this spice mix.
Vegetarian.
Yes. Go.
That's great, thank you.
Food when Rachel. Chicken and cilantro at all?
Yep.
To do that. And spinach.
Thank you.
Buen provecho, Joy.
Wash it later.
That basmati rice looks fine. They gave you a hard time, apparently.
That's great, thank
Buen
Do
you.
you
provecho.
find it hard? That's not a, that's just a regular electric stove,
Yeah,
yeah?
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
kind of spoiled because I'm used to cooking with gas.
Yeah, no, I said do it as you imagined it, and this is perfect. Thank you.
Well, all of the things.
All
All of the things. Perfect.
The rice is the main part I'm concerned about, so we'll see. Hopefully the flavors of the curry are good. Yeah, curry is really good. Alright, it is pretty late. I'm sure it's close to 9 now. And I just finished. I'm definitely learning how long this is taking me. I'm gonna swap out the camera battery and then I'll yap a bit about everything that happened. I'm like adjusting my hair in the mirror because I feel like I look so greasy right now. But that's fine. This is how I'm showing up. I'm gonna keep it as real as one can keep it when they're editing their own footage and don't want, you know, to embarrass themselves in front of, I don't know, potentially 38 viewers. Having a decaf tea and this chocolate cookie that Chloe sent me the recipe for, and I didn't quite make it like she does, so I'm a little bit disappointed. But they're still really good. I mean, they're really good cookies. I just don't know why they didn't spread out more. So I have to problem solve that. This is really good cookie. But, in review, I decided not to go with the menu of having 2 separate curries. Essentially made one curry, which was the vegan curry, which was red kidney bean and potato. However, I then essentially added like some like quickly marinated chicken, sauteed it, and like added it into the soup after separating some for the like vegetarians. That was a lot. There was a lot of chicken, so I had to like batch cook it because there like isn't really enough space and not the right equipment to do that kind of operation. And then the timing on the rice was off. Basically, I served dinner like 15 minutes late, which everyone was super, super kind about, you know, but that's just for me, like an L a little bit. I want to be able to like serve at the time that it's scheduled for. So I'm still learning that. And basically the biggest challenge, you know, of the night was really just the rice. I don't know why the basmati rice says that it had 2 cups of water per 1 cup of rice, because it was way too much water. Unless I didn't count the rice correctly, which I may have done. So I don't know if it was a me problem or the bag problem, but I had to strain the rice, which is never a good sign if you have to strain rice. It should use exactly the amount of water that it needs, but anyways, I had to strain the rice. So, but it was good. I tried to save it by like hitting it with more salt, like after I strained it, and some olive oil, and just like hoping for the best. But you know, I tried it and it was fine. Like the texture wasn't my favorite, but it was good. It was fine. And the curry more than made up for it. So I think this was, you know, like I got a lot of compliments on the curry. So it's nice to know that if I make a little oopsie, I can make up for it with good food. I really do think this is something that I'll keep doing, because it just really brings me so much joy. Like, I'm genuinely so happy. I'm so happy. And I'm so grateful. And people keep saying that I have a gift. And, like, it's something tangible, you know? Like, I can feed someone tangibly. I hope this still feels like you're receiving something tangible. Like, I hope my energy comes across, and you know, if there's anything I can encourage, it's like, go after the thing that most makes you feel like you're giving part of yourself. Like, not in a depleting way, but in a, like, restorative way. I truly feel like I'm like working so hard. Like, I don't think I've ever worked this hard. And yet I'm like restored. By the end of the night, I feel like I don't know, this really just feels like so good. Yeah, I'm just really grateful. I feel like I could keep yapping forever, but I was giving you advice, and then I kind of like I think I need to shower. I think I need to shower, but I don't want to wash my hair because I'm gonna be really cold tonight if I do that, and I don't want to wait up for the time that it takes me to dry it. But maybe it's not that late. Maybe it's not that late, and I should just wash my hair and feel like good before going to bed. I think tomorrow morning is croissant French toast. So I can probably, I was gonna say sleep in a little bit, but I don't know. I want to have time to walk probably have chocolate all over my teeth. Like walk outside in the morning. It was really good cooking. Okay, good night. I know I said good night already, but I just needed to update that showering was the best. Like, a shower has never felt so good in my life. I don't know if that's true, but it really, I feel very good right now. That's all I just wanted you to know. Good night. I'll see you in the morning.